Hello again to the fourth module of the Safe Babies Guide to Implementation Training. I'm Yan Nong, and now that you know the key principles of motivational interviewing, I will walk you through how to administer the Parenting Action Plan booklet, otherwise known as the PAP. Our objectives for this module will be to understand the different components of the PAP booklet. Then we will use the script and practice administering the PAP. Please have it in front of you so we can go through it together. The script can be found in the training manual, and the booklet is a PDF in the training website. As a reminder, the PAP should be used to enhance what your clinic is already discussing with maternal caregivers at the well infant visits. And it should be provided to maternal caregivers to present with their infants at the 2-week well visits and is followed up at subsequent well infant visits up to the baby's 6th month of life. The PAP is divided into a total of 9 sections that address specific topics. Those sections are playing with my baby, talking to my baby, soothing my baby, taking a parent time out, helping my baby sleep, helping me rest, safe caregivers, keeping my baby safe from unintentional injuries, planning for bathing my baby, and lastly, helpful resources. The PAP is set up in a way that should be very easy for you to discuss the various topics with maternal caregivers. Everything you need to say is on the left of the page, and on the right are all the suggestions for maternal caregivers that you can use as guiding points if the maternal caregivers can't think of any on their own. These booklets are meant to be written on, so please encourage the maternal caregivers to make notes and tick on the boxes when appropriate. You may also help her make notes in the booklet if for any reason she is unable to. Okay, so now please get your PAP booklet and follow along. I will walk through each section to help you become familiar with the discussion topics. Before every PAP discussion and before opening the booklet, it is recommended that you hold it in hand while providing a quick overview to the maternal caregivers. You can say something like this. Infants do not come with instruction manuals, and we know that all infants and caregivers are different. Even if you have had an infant, your parenting strategy and how your new baby responds may be different. Together, we can go over this parenting action plan that addresses some common parenting issues that you will experience. You can choose the strategies that you feel will work best for you and your family. This plan is for you to keep and help you as you are parenting. After this brief introduction, you will open the booklet and go through and review each section of the PAP while using motivational interviewing principles. This is the time to listen, empathize, and help the maternal caregivers explore strategies to plan ahead for difficult situations with their baby. Begin with this first section on playing with my baby. The main goal of this section is to help maternal caregivers know the importance of playing with their baby as it helps with brain development. You can use what's written on the left and say, you may feel overwhelmed with just caring for your baby, but don't forget to have fun with your baby. Your baby's brain is changing and building rapidly. As complex as this is, the best things you can do to help build your baby's brain are also the most fun. Then use the motivational interviewing principles we've discussed by asking, how are you playing with your baby now? And follow with, how do you plan to play with your baby when she gets older? Listen carefully to what she says and continue the conversation using motivational interviewing principles. Use the suggestions on the right if the maternal caregiver struggles to think of ways to play with her baby, or if you want to make additional suggestions. But always remember to let the maternal caregiver share her views and choose the strategies that would work best for her and her family. The next section is talking to my baby. In this section, we are emphasizing what was discussed in the last section, which is intentional interactions with the baby. This one focuses on talking with the baby to help build language skills. You can say what's on the left of the page. Your baby has to completely learn a new language, and the only way to do that is to hear and be exposed to language. Right now, it doesn't matter what you say. What matters is just talking to your baby. Research shows that babies do not learn language from television, radio, tablets, or phones very well. They need someone face-to-face talking and interacting with them. Then employ motivational interviewing principles by asking, what do you do to talk to your baby now? What are some ways for you to talk to your baby more? Then again, allow the suggestions on the right side of the page to enhance your discussion with the maternal caregiver. Don't use it to tell her what to do. Use it as a way to help her find strategies to talk to her baby and let her decide what is best for her and her child. In the Soothing My Baby section, our goal is to normalize crying and help maternal caregivers know it is not their fault if they have a high crying baby. It is also where we can offer some suggestions for ways to soothe the baby that the maternal caregivers may not have thought about. You can start the section by saying what's on the left. Crying is a normal part of your baby's development. When your baby cries, first check to see if your baby is hungry, tired, sick, needs to be burped or held, is too cold or too hot, or needs a diaper change. Sometimes crying happens for no reason. This is normal, and sometimes the only thing you can do is to try to soothe your baby. If this happens a lot, tell your pediatrician or provider. You can then ask, when your baby cries, how have you soothed him? Can you think of other ways that may help soothe her? Notice how all these questions are caregiver-centered because our goal is to have the maternal caregivers decide what they want to do, not what we think should be done. This section is meant to follow the soothing section. Remind maternal caregivers that it is not their fault if they have a high crying baby, and provide strategies for a parent timeout when needed. You can say, your baby's crying can be upsetting and frustrating. Sometimes there is nothing you can do to soothe your baby. It is okay. If you are frustrated, take a parent time out to calm down. Put the baby down in a safe place and go into another room. However, don't leave the baby alone in the house and check on the baby every few minutes. You can follow that by asking, what are some things you can do to help calm yourself down? Employ all the motivational interviewing principles we have discussed to help maternal caregivers find ways to better cope with an inconsolable baby that works for them. In the Helping My Baby Sleep section, we want to help maternal caregivers adjust their expectations for infant sleep. You can say, using what's on the left side of the page, each baby's sleep patterns are different, and most newborns will not have a regular sleep schedule. Whatever you do, your baby will likely wake up during the night until after 6 months. Most newborns will have periods of 2 to 4 hours of sleep, followed by 1 to 2 hours of wake. A nighttime routine can help your infant know that it is night and time for sleep. Make your nighttime routine unique tonight and do it every night in the same order. Make sure you and other caregivers know the routine and follow it. You can then ask, do you have a nighttime routine for your infant? Which strategies will work for your family to do every night consistently? Again, really let the maternal caregivers share with you their experiences and help them strategize ways to help their baby sleep better at night. For the Helping Mommy Rest section, our purpose is to help moms recognize the importance of self-care. You may say, your sleep will be disturbed and interrupted with a new baby. Lack of sleep and always being tired can affect every aspect of your life. It is important to find ways to deal with your new sleep pattern and find ways to get rest. Getting rest is important for all caregivers with a newborn. Then you can ask maternal caregivers, what are some things you can do to help you get rest? And remind her that it is okay to ask for help. Say, what things would you like help with? Again, notice how we use motivational interviewing here to ask questions that help maternal caregivers think about how they can get rest and plan for it. In this section, we really want maternal caregivers to plan ahead and identify safe caregivers in case they need to leave their baby in someone else's care. You can begin the section by saying, it is important to think through who you are leaving your baby with, especially before you get in a crunch and need to leave your baby with someone. Before leaving your baby with anyone, ask these questions. Does this person want to watch my baby? Is this person good with babies? Has this person been a good or safe caregiver to other babies? Have I had a chance to watch this person with my baby before? And will my baby be safe with this person? Encourage them to not leave their baby with anyone who is impatient, annoyed, or becomes angry when the baby cries, says your baby cries too much, might treat your baby roughly because they are angry at you, has a history of violence or abuses, drugs, or alcohol, and has lost custody of their own children because they could not take care of them. Use motivational interviewing to ask the maternal caregivers, who in your life is someone that is safe to leave your baby with? Encourage maternal caregivers to write names of those individuals they can identify here, so when it is needed, they know who to call. In the Keeping My Baby Safe section, we are helping maternal caregivers think about safety planning to prevent falls and similar unintentional injuries. You can say, falls are the leading cause of injury to infants. Leaving a baby unattended, even for a moment, can increase their risk of falling. Infants can also suffer from injuries when things topple on them. Active supervision and safety preparing your baby and vehicle for your baby can help prevent these injuries from happening. You can then ask maternal caregivers, what are some things you can do to ensure your baby's safety in the house and in the car? You can also follow up by saying, where's a safe place in your house you can lay your baby down? Or can you think of furniture or TVs in your home that need securing? Again, let the caregivers share with you what they think are ways they can keep their baby safe around their house and in the car. Then use the suggestions to give caregivers more ideas before asking them to decide what could work for them. For this last section, we want to help maternal caregivers plan ahead for a safe bath time. You can say, bath time with your baby can be fun. It is a great way for you and your other caregivers to engage with your baby. However, there are a few things to keep in mind to keep bath time safe. Some tips include making sure the hot water heater setting is at 120 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Never leave your baby unsupervised, even for a moment, while in or near water. And sponge bathe your baby until the umbilical stump falls off. Also, remind your maternal caregivers that it is not necessary to bathe the baby every day. You can say, you can bathe your baby 2 or 3 times a week. Of course, you can bathe your baby more if she or he likes it. Then you can ask using motivational interviewing, can you think of things you can do to ensure your baby is safe during bath time? What is your baby's bath time routine? It is easy in these sections to tell maternal caregivers what they should or need to do. But remember, with motivational interviewing, we should not do that. The only way for these caregivers to follow our suggestions is to meet them where they are and have them pick strategies that make the most sense for them. To conclude, remind maternal caregivers that infants do not come with an instruction manual, and it is okay to have questions or not to know. We are here to help. Summarize the strategies that the maternal caregivers has chosen and ask questions to confirm their confidence in implementing the strategies. Such questions are, how do you feel about the strategies you have chosen? Or, do you think that these are manageable for you? Finally, let the maternal caregivers know that if any questions come up, to write it down on this page. Bring this booklet back for the baby's next visit, and we will discuss it or any other questions you might have. There will be times that maternal caregivers will need additional services. These are some helpful numbers you can refer the caregivers to. Also, be sure that your clinic management has shared with you the Plan of Action worksheet. The worksheet should look like this. Every clinic should have had one completed before administering the PAP so that if these issues come up, there is a plan of action to ensure health and well-being of maternal caregivers and their babies. Please ask your clinic management team if you do not have access to this worksheet. In the training manual, there is a script for the PAP that you can refer to if needed. And in the training website, there is also a link to a video of the PAP being implemented. Please watch the video after this module is completed. Watching the video will be instrumental to helping you know how the PAP is properly done and how it is shared with maternal caregivers. Along with seeing how others provide the PAP properly, the more you provide the PAP yourself, the more comfortable it will be and the better you will be at it. So please take about 30 minutes after this webinar to practice going through the PAP with a partner using motivational interviewing and the script in the manual if necessary. We hope you enjoy sharing the PAP with maternal caregivers in your clinic. And thank you for your time and participation in this training.